Hello everyone, welcome to Masterminds. Today we are dealing with the third chapter from Class 6 Geography, the motions of the earth. In this chapter we are dealing with the contents motion of the earth. Earth has two types of motion, rotation and revolution. Then we will discuss about summer solstice, winter solstice and equinox. Then first we can move on to motion of the earth. There are two types of movements for Earth. One is rotation and the other one is revolution. Rotation means it is the movement of Earth on its own axis. You can see in this picture, here this Earth rotates on its own axis. Through North Pole and South Pole there will be an axis, and through that axis Earth rotates about its own axis, and the time taken for such a rotation is 24 hours. And the day and night phenomena is due to the rotation of the earth, and the period of rotation, that is 24 hours, is called earth day. Then the next movement of earth is revolution. Revolution means it is the movement of earth around the sun in fixed path or orbit. We know that earth is a planet which is a member of solar system, so the earth moves around the sun in an elliptical orbit. You can see this is the elliptical orbit where the earth moves around the sun. The movement of earth through this orbit is known as revolution, and the time taken for such a revolution is 365 and 1 by 4 days, and 365 and 1 by 4 days is considered as 1 year. But for our convenience, we ignore the 6 hours, and these 6 hours are added to make 1 day over a span of 4 years. How did these 6 hours came? Because for a day there is 24 hours. Therefore 1 by 4th day means 24 by 4, which is equal to 6 hours. 6 hours is ignored per year. So after 4 years, these 6 hours are added and reaches to 24 hours. 24 hours means 1 day. So this 1 day is added over a span of 4 years. Therefore this year is known as leap year. Therefore in leap year there will be 366 days instead of 365, and in the month of February there will be 29 days instead of 28 days. Then we already told that rotation governs the day and night phenomena, and the revolution governs the season. We have various seasons such as 4 seasons such as summer, winter, autumn and spring. These variation of seasons are due to revolution of the earth. Next we can study about orbital plane. What is orbital plane? It is a plane formed by the orbit. You can see here the dashed line. This is the plane of the earth's orbit. It is not the line, it's a plane. You should imagine it in a two-dimensional way. And the axis of the earth, this is the axis of the earth which passes through the north pole and the south pole of the earth. Axis of the earth is an imaginary line. Actually there is no such axis for the earth. The axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66.5 degree with orbital plane. You can see here, this is the axis and this is the orbital plane, and it makes the imaginary line, that is axis, makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the orbital plane. Next we can study about the circle of illumination. Circle of illumination. We have already discussed that the day and night phenomena is due to the rotation of the earth. Then circle of illumination is the circle that divides the day from night on the globe. Actually only one part of the earth receives the sunrise at a time, and the other half will be in darkness. So the circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. And this circle does not coincide with the axis. You know, this is the axis which is passing through the north pole and the south pole, and this is the circle of illumination. The axis is tilted somewhere, but the circle of illumination is straight, and these two lines does not coincide each other, and the angle between them is 23.5 degree. The angle between the orbital plane and the axis is 66.5 degree, and the angle between the axis and the circle of illumination is 23.5 degree. Due to this rotation, we are feeling the day and night phenomena. Since it is in spherical shape, the shape of the earth is spherical, only one part of the earth receives sunlight at a time. Then within 24 hours, the other part will reaches in the side of the sunrise, and they will feel the daytime, and the other side will feel the night time. Next, what would happen if the earth did not rotate? We have already discussed that the day and night phenomenon is due to the rotation of the earth. And if the earth is not rotating means the portion of the earth facing the sun would always experience day, and it brings continuous warmth to the region. And the other half would remain in darkness and be freezing cold all time. You can see in this picture, here you can see the shaded region is the area of the earth facing the sun, and this region receives sunlight all the time, and they feel daytime whole the year. And the other area which does not receive sunlight will be in darkness for all the time. So the area which is facing the sun would be a warm region, and the other half will be in a freezing condition, because they are not getting sufficient heat and light, so the temperature will be low and there will be a freezing cold condition. Do you think that life would be possible in such a condition? No, life would not have been possible in such extreme condition. Earth is a unique planet only because of the existence of life. Existence of life because the earth's condition is neither too hot nor too cold, which is a good condition for the existence of life. If the condition is extreme, such as extreme cold and extreme hot, the life would not have been possible. Next type of motion of the earth is revolution. And revolution governs the change in season. Rotation governs the day and night phenomenon, and the revolution governs the change in season. What is revolution? The earth is going around the sun in an elliptical orbit, and throughout the orbit it is inclined in the same direction. The earth is going around the sun in an elliptical orbit, and this movement is called revolution. And throughout its orbit it is inclined in the same direction. You can see in this picture, here you can see its axis is tilted somewhat. So this inclination is in the same direction throughout its motion. It is here you can see in this picture, this is tilted towards right side. In this figure also it is tilted towards right side. Here also it is tilted towards right side. So in the whole motion, its inclination will be in the same direction. And the different seasons are summer, winter, spring and autumn. And the season changes is due to the change in position of the earth around the sun. With respect to the change in position of the earth around the sun, the season also varies. This is the figure of a revolution of the earth and season. You will get a clear idea about this figure after studying summer solstice, winter solstice and equinox. So we can study about summer solstice. Summer solstice means, in summer solstice, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Here in this picture you can see, this is the position of the earth having summer solstice. In this figure you can see, this is the northern hemisphere, and this northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. It is tilted towards the sun, and the southern hemisphere is slightly away. During summer solstice, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, and the sun rays directly fall on the Tropic of Cancer. Since it is tilted towards the sun rays directly falls on the Tropic of Cancer. We have already discussed the different latitudes in the previous video. If you haven't watched the video, please go and watch. I will be providing the link in the description box. Okay. So, the poles receive less heat due to sun rays are slanting. We know that on going from equator to poles, the slanting of the sun rays increases. So in the poles, the intensity of sunlight will be less, so the poles receives less heat, and the North Pole is inclined toward the sun, and the area lying beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight for about 6 months. During summer solstice, the area lying beyond Arctic Circle experience daytime for about 6 months. And summer during summer solstice, it is summer in northern hemisphere, because northern hemisphere is getting direct heat from sun, and the reverse condition is in southern hemisphere. That is, when summer in northern hemisphere, then southern hemisphere will experience winter season. The longest day and the shortest night in northern hemisphere is in 21st June. This position of the earth is called summer solstice. When there is longest day and shortest night in northern hemisphere, means in southern hemisphere it will be shortest day and longest night, because there is winter, and in northern hemisphere it is summer, and this position of the earth is called summer solstice. Next one is winter solstice. During winter solstice, the south pole is tilted toward the sun and the tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays of the sun. In this figure you can see here the northern hemisphere is away from the sun and the southern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun. So the important latitude in the southern hemisphere is the tropic of Capricorn. So the tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays from the sunlight. And the summer, therefore in southern hemisphere it will be summer, and in northern hemisphere it will be winter. Longer days and shorter nights in southern hemisphere and reverse in northern hemisphere. And this position of the earth is called winter solstice, and it will occur on 22nd December. Next is equinox. On 21st March and 23rd September, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. You can see in this picture, on 21st March and 23rd September, sun rays are directly falling on the equator. Therefore, the whole earth experiences day and night equally. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted toward the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and night. And during 23rd September, autumn season in northern hemisphere and spring season in southern hemisphere. And in 21st March, spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Okay, we have discussed about summer solstice, winter solstice and equinox. This is the figure showing the revolution of earth and the season. So with this we are done with session. Hope you can follow me, and if you find it useful, please share with your friends. Then like, share, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.